this.
All right, so we're doing reverse banded incline press, and it's awesome. What we're gonna break down is preset, intraset, and post-set, some of the cues that I'm thinking about for reverse banded incline press. So, preset, let's go through some of the cues that I use. So, obviously, you're gonna wanna stabilize your scapula. So before the set even starts, I'm doing movements to activate my scapula and really get my shoulders retracted and stabilized. From there, you're gonna wanna do some chest activations. So I'll just literally flexing my chest and making sure that I can activate my chest. So I flex my chest just like that. Just like that. Before I even sit down. Next, I'm kind of just going through mentally a mental checklist, like, you know, and we'll get into the mental cues during the set, but I'm kind of just going through my head, okay, like I need to focus on my elbows, I need to focus on my biceps, I need to focus on my scapula, driving my scapula into the bench. And finally, this is gonna be a movement that is I usually start with this movement. So this is either the first or second movement that I'm doing in my chest days because it's a high output movement. I can load up a ton of weight, and because of the bands, I can, you can load a ton of weight and still be able to activate your chest optimally. So it's an awesome movement. So we're gonna jump into a set. So basically, the first few things I'm thinking about are getting stabilized. So it always starts with your feet. So getting my feet set in a position where I'm not gonna move them is gonna be huge. Stabilizing the core, and then I'm pulling my scapula, I'm retracting my scapula and driving it hard into the bench. And now what I'm focused on doing is keeping my chest up, letting my elbows flare out to the sides, and keeping the tension on my chest the whole time. And then when I get to the bottom, as soon as I start to feel the tension shift to my front delts, that's when I know that I've reached full range of motion for my chest. So from here, what I'm focusing on is getting my bicep as close as I can to my chest. So I'm gonna drive straight up with my elbows and squeeze my chest hard. Squeeze your chest hard. And the biggest thing is that whole time, keeping your scapula retracted and keeping your chest up, because that's gonna allow you to put tension into your chest. All right, so post-set, kind of reflecting on that set that you just did, what things can you change going forward? So a lot of the times with pressing movements, people tend to feel it a lot in their triceps, especially if you're going really, really heavy. So some things you can do to limit tricep involvement is instead of going with like a shoulder width grip, just move your grip out slightly and make sure that you're really, flare. Let those elbows flare out. Not to the point where you're flaring, extremely flaring, but let your elbows flare out and make sure you're feeling that tension in your chest. So those are some things that you got to think about after the set to kind of implement into the next set that you do. All right, so give this exercise a shot. If you guys try it and you like it, leave a comment below. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next week.
The bands are at the top is because
No.
get the squeeze.
I don't want to talk about
at
I'm
the
not
top.
That's not what I'm going to talk about.